much longer must we wait for your progress? How much longer must we wait to hear freedom's song? How much longer must we wait? How much more can our hearts take? How much longer must we wait, oh my Lord?
Welcome once again to our summer festival, I Too Sing America. Our final program, Seeking Justice, features a monumental piece by Chicago-based composer Shawn Okpebholo entitled Two Black Churches, which recounts two horrific events in our nation's history. Alongside this work are two new pieces by Call for Score's winning composer Del'Shawn Taylor, which cry out for justice and peace. Through this program, we at Calliope's Call hope to illustrate how the work of ending racism is far from over. These pieces aim to call us to action in the fight against hatred, and we hope that you will hear that call today and in the days to come.
In We Wear the Mask, Del'Shawn Taylor sets a text by Paul Laurence Dunbar, with additional words by Perry Lewis and Taylor himself. This text from the 19th century and the text from today are seamlessly woven together, creating a powerful statement about the Black experience in America today.
Hi, I'm Dana Whiteside. It is my absolute pleasure to be performing Two Black Churches by Shawn Okpebholo. Shawn is a prolific, well-respected, and critically acclaimed composer based in Chicago, who's known for combining beautiful texts with many idioms, including jazz, gospel, and hymns, as well as art song. In Two Black Churches, Okpebholo offers a reflection on the violence perpetrated against innocent black people in two heinous events. Number one, the 1965 bombing of the Birmingham, Alabama church, which resulted in the deaths of 4 little black girls. And number two, the 2015 shooting at the Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, that resulted in the deaths of 9 innocent black people. In the first piece, Ballad of Birmingham, Shawn sets the poetry, which is a conversation between a mother and daughter, the daughter wanting to go to Birmingham in March, the mother wanting to protect her child and saying, go to church instead and sing. The daughter goes to the church, and of course, the terrible event happens. And we witness the mother's desperation and grief in the end. And in the second piece, The Rain, Okpebholo takes the poetry which reflects the struggle of black people to not succumb to the grief and anxiety and pain which results from the onslaught of so much racism, hatred, and bigotry that are thrown at them. It is very poignant to be performing these pieces today in this day and age because these are lived experiences right here and now in 2021. As an artist, as a black man, to bring these pieces to life is heart-wrenching, quite frankly. And it is my very strong sense that Okpebholo, in setting these pieces up, brings that forth beautifully. I'd like to take a moment and read a little bit about what he says about The Rain. The rain is a beautifully haunting metaphor on racism and the inability of blacks in America to stay above water, a consequence of the flood of injustice and the weight of oppression. In this composition, the number 9 is significant, symbolizing the 9 people who perished that day. It is the great hope that in performing this piece, we are reminded not only of the tragedy of these events, but also of the desire to hold on to hope.
Dear, she asks, may I go downtown instead of out to play and march the streets of Birmingham? No, baby, no, you may not go, for the dogs are fierce and wild, and clubs and hoses and guns and jails aren't good for a little child. But mother dear, I won't be alone. All the children will go with me, and march to the streets of Birmingham to make our country free. Yes, no, baby, no, you may not go, for I fear those guns, I fear will fire. But you may go to church instead. Go to church instead and sing in the children's choir. She has combed and brushed her night dark hair, and bathed rose petals sweet, and drawn white gloves on her small brown hands, and white shoes on her feet. The mother smiled to know her child was in that sacred space. But that smile was the last smile to come upon her face. For when she heard the explosion, her eyes grew wet, and her eyes grew wide. She raced to the streets of Birmingham, calling for her child. through bits of glass and brick, and lifted out a shoe. Oh, here's the shoe my baby wore. But baby, where are you? When the reality of racism returns, all joy treads water in oceans of buried emotion. When the reality of racism returns, Charleston is doing everything it can to only swim in a colorless liquid of calm sea and blind faith. But in the low country, in artery, all ancient tears suffocating through floods of segregation. When a murderer's gunshots made waves at Emmanuel. are still trying not to taste the salt of our surrounding blues, or face the rising of black pain, of black pain. How much longer must we wait for your progress? How much longer must we wait to hear freedom's song? How much longer must we wait? How much more can our hearts take? How much longer must we wait, oh my Lord? How much longer must we wait for your progress? How much longer must we wait to see justice roll? How much longer must we wait? Oh, how much more can our hearts take? How much longer must we wait? Oh, my Lord, we've waited our mother's time, our father's time, our brothers and sisters too. We've been emancipated by proclamation, had amendments passed, but you find a way to make our oppressions last. How many more of us have to die before your progress? How much longer must we be beaten and trodden upon? How much longer must we wait till you won't judge us by our race, but look in our hearts
This concludes our musical offerings for our summer program, I Too Sing America. We hope you have been moved by the incredible pieces on today's program, as well as those from the 2 previous Sundays, I Am America and The Poet's Voice.
Calliope's Call is an organization that prides itself on introducing audiences to new and emerging composers, as well as composers with whom you may not have previously heard. We strive to foster an environment of inclusivity and equity through our programming and initiatives, with our goal being to expand the scope of art song repertoire beyond its current canonical bounds. We hope that we introduced you to some new composers through the winning compositions from our Call for Scores competition that were presented in this festival, and that we shed light on underrepresented composers and poets from the past. By remembering and spreading the word about the works you've heard this month, you can help us to carry out our mission of making art song accessible to all. Again today at 5 p.m., immediately following the performance, please join us on Zoom for a roundtable discussion with composers Shawn Okpebholo, Brittany Boykin, and Call for Scores winner Delshawn Taylor.
Thank you once again so much to our 4 fabulous performers from this festival, Dana, MaKayla, Charles, and Julia. We were so fortunate to have them performing with us, and we hope you enjoyed their performances as much as we did. This concludes our 2020-2021 season. This past year has been both enlightening and fruitful through all of the disappointment and difficulty. We can't wait to be back together in person next year, sharing our music face-to-face with you, our audiences. Look for our announcement later this summer, announcing our upcoming season's offerings, and in the meantime, have a happy and healthy summer. Thank you.
Thank you.
How much longer must we wait for your progress? How much longer must we wait to see justice roll? How much longer must we wait? Oh, how much more can our hearts take? How much longer must we wait? Oh, my Lord.